Hey everyone, I'm Josh.
I'm Maurice.
And welcome back to another episode of FIN SPEX. This week, I rode the new Akila Ipa Twin with trailer. Which it was only the side fins for a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I was really interested to try them with the trailer because I rode this fin maybe once or twice, but because it didn't have a trailer,
I never messed with it just because it was always on the smaller side, and then it seems like if you were riding like a full, I don't know, I guess I could see it working for certain boards like the Flat Earth or something like that.
Yeah, like a straight up twin fin, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of refined and like shortboardy. Mm-hmm. But a lot of my boards are like more grovelly fishes and stuff, so it was never really on my radar.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other one I rode is the Noel Salas. What is it called?
Yeah, so it's pre-preg carbon. So I guess it goes through a certain process where it gets heated up.
Oh wow!
And so it's really strong and it's really light.
It's incredibly light.
Yeah,
that's what blew me away picking those up for the first time. We'll put the name right here.
Yeah, it feels so good. Like when you pick these up and you realize how light they are, and then when you put them in your board, it's nice because whenever you ride like these types of fins, like the endorphins or the vapor cores, it's like your board just feels balanced.
Yeah.
Versus, just feeling the fins
like sinking you.
Yeah, on the tail.
Yeah.
I think it's pre-preg, like pregnated.
Oh, okay. The carbon pivot twin.
We're pretty much keeping the futures, but I thought it would be cool to start to like inject some of these other brands that have certain fins, and I'd heard good things about this fin, but I wasn't sure about it, and come to find out it was actually kind of a large twin fin.
Definitely. Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed when I pulled it out of the bag. I was like, whoa, these are a lot of fin area plus a trailer.
Right, exactly. And so I didn't really know it was that big, but then even before this, we compared it to the EN, and it's kind of close. I mean, it's smaller, but not by a lot.
No, not by a lot.
So that's really interesting.
And then throwing a trailer into the mix too.
Yeah.
And we'll cover all that stuff after
check the footage.
And see how they perform. But yeah, I think definitely the size played into how those things how they went.
Yeah. So I guess there's probably a certain board or application or certain spot.
I think they were both good fins for this board, definitely for different conditions.
Yeah, they're kind of almost not totally polar opposites, but they're definitely different.
Exactly.
Well, should we watch the footage?
Yeah, we'll check out the carbon pivot Noel Salas surf and show fins first. All right, 3, 2, 1.
There they are in all their splendor.
All their size, yeah, big. I think this was first wave on them. There were some big sets, but it was kind of...
Oh, that looked good, man. I mean, like locked in, but not like slow or
maybe towards the end there, but that wave just kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely like lots of hold, which is what you'd expect from a fin that big.
Yeah. It looked like, like on the turn, you can push when you need to.
Totally.
And they're going to stay kind of locked in.
Yeah, definitely. They felt like almost thrustery in that way.
Yeah.
This guy did a sweet snap right above me. And then I just kind of waited. By then the wave was kind of donezo anyway.
Yeah.
Still just giving it a shot.
Waves look fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. The sets were kind of like really solid.
Yeah.
I was kind of trying to sit inside and I almost had that.
Yeah.
I was bummed. But yeah, the sets were really solid, and then I was just kind of trying to sit inside and pick a couple off. This one I bog. Yeah, huge bog right there. That's all my fault. That wasn't the board of the fins or anything. That was just me. But yeah. Hi, Layla.
Hi, Layla.
Yeah, there's a couple fun little waves. It was nice to get that board on like an open face wave.
Yeah. Oh,
My back foot slipped off on that one.
that's the worst, dude. Like, you didn't do the whole like splits thing, did you?
I
Right?
did a little bit. You could see I'm like just wincing.
Yeah, those are the worst. You're like,
I was
I quit.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm done, and then just just a little carbon.
Nice. Yeah, good closer.
Make me feel better.
Right? Yeah.
But yeah, that last one I like came up, it felt great, and then like landed, and my back foot just went and slid right off.
I hate that.
Yeah, that was a bummer. But yeah, the fins felt they felt good. I mean, like coming through a turn, like,
Yeah.
on rail, they held super well, and they felt like close to a thruster.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
if you're like a thruster guy,
right.
like, or you're like, you know, putting a, you know, it's a board that's meant to be set up as a thruster, and you want to put in a twin trailer, you can definitely get away with it.
That's cool.
With this set.
Yeah, it looked locked in.
Yeah, and then
Even like your body language, like through your turn, you could see like you want to push harder here, and it just like translated and held the line and pushed through.
Yeah, I really didn't have to like nurse it at all, which even, you know, with a twin trailer, you know, normally I have to like kind of ease off a little bit. But yeah, and then the Aipa is definitely a smaller fin.
Yeah, well, I'm so curious. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Let's watch that footage.
Sweet. And then here is the Aipas.
Okay.
3, 2. I like the new colorway they did.
Yeah.
The colorway is kind of sweet.
That burnt orange kind of earth tone.
Yeah, with the brown.
Yeah.
I was getting these foamy little insiders.
Nice.
Yeah, and that way, you know, when the foam's on the face,
Yeah,
it just feels all
kind of like wonky and like.
Yeah, and these felt a lot looser.
Yeah,
like right off the bat.
They look like it.
Yeah, but I was stoked on them. I like muscled that kid out of that wave. This was like the best wave I got, I think, the whole morning.
Nice.
Yeah, and the board felt really alive.
Oh, dude.
I almost had it.
Almost how that was. That was.
That would have been like a perfect one to end
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, it looks loose.
Yeah, definitely like.
More responsive.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to get. That first wave, I like kind of went up for a turn, and I was used to the other ones, and I was like, ooh, can't quite go that hard. Okay.
Oh, that's a sick turn.
Nice. That was pretty dang fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Aipas just felt definitely a lot looser.
Yeah, I'm after we finish this, I want to hear what you have to say about compared to like the AMT, because those were also loose.
Yeah, super loose.
So the board seemed like it worked out. I mean, you're kind of on like a solid day or whatever, you know, it lowers.
Yeah.
Did it feel really fishy, or?
It didn't feel super fishy. There were times where like in those kind of steeper pockets.
Yeah.
It like on a super hollow, like not hollow, but like, you know, like in those critical sections.
Yeah.
It felt like a little bit fishy, but like it got through like the flat sections so well. And like, you know, with the twin trailer, you're still able to like jam it up in the pocket. Like it didn't feel like, you know, it didn't feel too fishy to where it was like hard to surf. Like I didn't have to make like any crazy adjustments or anything.
Okay. So yeah, I gotta know, because at this point you've ridden 6 different sets of the Twin Plus stabilizers.
Yeah.
The first episode you rode the MR and the AMT.
Yep.
And then the second episode you rode the Rasta and the T1.
Yep.
And then this episode you rode the Aipa and then the Noel Salas Surf and Show.
Yeah.
So out of those 6, let's start to build the most responsive, loosest to, you know, the most locked in and drivey. What would you say?
Yeah, for sure. The loosest remains the AMT.
Okay.
Those were super loose. Like I feel like on a day like today, like when it's kind of pumping.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be a little too wild.
Okay.
And then I would say the next loosest, like just a little bit stiffer, would be the Aipas.
The Aipas? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Based on looking at the footage, having seen the footage on all of them.
Yeah. And then right in the middle, I would say would probably be these.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, because they were really like, they were really tight like they had lots of hold and stuff, but
Yeah.
I didn't feel like super, they didn't feel super stiff. Or
Right,
anything like
right.
that.
Yeah. It is a big template, but it is pretty upright.
Mhm.
So maybe that's,
Yeah. Kept it
Yeah.
a little looser.
Yeah.
And then I would say next would be the
T1? Or-
the Rasta might be a touch. The Rastas and T1s were so close.
Okay.
I would say the Rastas were a tiny bit looser
Okay.
than the T1s. Like
Okay.
the tiniest amount.
Yeah.
And then the stiffest would be the Mark Richards for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those felt super
Yeah.
stiff.
Yeah, they kind of looked like it in the
Yeah.
footage. I remember that.
Yeah,
That's
for
cool.
sure.
And then, so having ridden these templates, and we just kind of talked about the spectrum that we're building out so far, I guess it would be safe to say that if the waves were a little smaller and or you were surfing kind of a tighter beach break or something like that, you would probably rock the AMTs and the IPAs as first choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then I was initially thinking, that would be your bigger wave or stiffer, drivier point break type.
Noel Salas.
Yeah,
ones.
but
Yeah.
after talking about the spectrum, you pretty much kind of put them in the middle, more or
Yeah.
less. So
They feel like kind of like a good middle ground
Yeah.
between like being, stiff and lots of hold,
yeah,
but still being maneuverable. They're
And
like
responsive.
kind of right in the middle.
yeah, okay. And then left with the other ones, those would probably be your point break, kind of locked in, drivey,
Yeah.
if that's kind of what you're after.
Really down the line, like trying to, make sections and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Because ultimately, like, what we're trying to do is we're trying to kind of create something where if you're riding a certain fin and then you kind of wish it was a little looser or you wish you had more drive, then, you would kind of refer to this spectrum and then go like, well, I have this fin and I can go this way and I can loosen my board up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, fins are kind of a complement to the board.
Yeah.
And so, if you have a flatter board, then, you want rotation. If you have a board that has like a lot of rocker, then you want a fin with more rake. So it is completely relative to the board, which is kind of tricky to figure out before you've ridden it. But once you've ridden it and you have a set of fins in there, then you should be able to kind of decide, okay, I wish I had more drive, or I wish it was a little looser, and then kind of go from there.
Totally. Yeah. And I think it's good to have, in any set of fins, like whether it's your thruster, quad, single fin, twin fin, whatever, like have like a starting point.
Yeah.
Like a fin that you put in like first and then go, okay, I want it a little more of this or a little more of that.
Exactly.
And kind of, go from there.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a great idea, and that's kind of the idea that we're, that's why we spend so much time doing this.
Yeah,
sure.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
It's super fun to get to ride all these.
Yeah, it's amazing how, like, the fin will change the board, like, hands down.
Absolutely.
It either makes it better or worse.
Yeah.
So it's always cool if you can try to figure out how to make it better.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think, the IPAs felt sweet today.
Yeah.
Definitely like really loose. I think on like the bigger waves, if I caught like bigger set waves,
Yeah.
it might have been a little too loose.
Right.
And then
that would have been
the Knowles would have been would have been the move.
That's cool.
But they both felt good. They both felt like they had their their purpose.
They both looked good. Like when you rode the other one, the MRs, like I could see the MRs just be so different compared to the AMTs. The MRs looked like slower and drivier. Now they'll work great in a certain board.
Totally.
But that particular board that you're riding, it just didn't seem like it was the right fin.
Yeah.
So, but both of these looked good. I mean, when you mentioned that it was this big, I kept thinking like, oh man, what's it going to look like? I thought it was going to be similar to the MR, but it still looked like crisp and flowy and everything.
Yeah, and the board I've been riding is the 5.6 that you made me.
Yeah. The Frenzy.
The Frenzy.
Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of like a lowish, medium-ish. I mean, it's kind of curvy in the tail, but it's got more of a concave with a little bit of V out behind the fin.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of shortboard-esque.
Totally.
But yeah, it seems like it's going good.
It's
so
sweet. Yeah,
that's
definitely a fun. I'm stoked to have it for summer. It's
that's
a good
cool.
go-to.
Sweet.
And come on into the shop and do our $5 fin demo program. You can try 5 different sets of fins over 5 weeks, and it only costs $5. And at the end of it, you can use that $5 towards buying your own set of fins. If you don't live in the area, you can't come into the shop and see us. You can do our 30-day online buy, try, and decide program. You can buy a set of fins, try it for 30 days. If you don't like them, you can return them to us as long as you don't totally destroy them, and you'll get a full refund. But if you do live in the area, come on down to the shop. Say hi to all the boys here. Check out everything we have in here. We have tons and tons of used boards. We have wax, fins, leashes, traction pads, everything you could need for your board. So, well, thanks for watching another episode. There was someone down at the beach today that was seeing me walking up after getting out of the water, and they're like, "When's the next fin video coming out?"
No way, that's sick.
And I was like, "So this one's for you, man."
Yeah, that's sick. You know who you are.
So yeah, we hope you enjoyed. Keep commenting, subscribing, and we'll keep putting out these videos for all you guys. Thank you, Mo.
Yeah, man. Thank you. It's fun.
We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
The tides are running